What's up, everybody? Head coach Robert Gray here, going over our phase 3, week 1, day 5 strength and conditioning for today. Okay, so we're starting out with our hip series 2 and then our hinge iso raise series. Those links are on your PDF. Okay, from there right into our metabolic resistance training for the day. Like I covered on Tuesday's workout, our metabolic resistance training is going to take a bit of a different stimulus here moving forward. Today, our work to rest ratio is 1 to 3. So we're going to work for 5 seconds and then rest for 15. Okay? We'll complete 8 rounds at each movement, staying there for all 8 before going to the next one. Okay? So the first movement of today is a repeat Haiden. In last phase, we did this as an iso. So we stuck the landing on each jump, held for 2 seconds before going into the next one. Now for 5 seconds, you guys are just going to jump back and forth with as little pause in between reps as possible, okay? So again, for 5 seconds, jumping side to side, absorbing through your knees, hips, and ankles, specifically allowing that knee to bend a little bit, okay? We don't want to hit super stiff today. After we complete our eight rounds of 5 on, 15 off, then we're into kettlebell swings. Okay, remember to start each set with a hike and to finish each set with a hike. For this exercise or this interval portion, there's going to be 16 opportunities for you to do that correctly. Okay, try not to forget it on each round. Okay, all right. So we're in our hike position. About shoulder width apart, kettlebells in front, leaning back to us. Okay, and then for 5 seconds, hike. Reset. Okay, every rep is about maximum power, maximum speed on the way up. And then additionally, the second you extend, we're now trying to stop and decelerate the kettlebell. Okay, so we're getting work on both ends. Once we complete the 8 intervals there, then we're on to speed lunges. So for this, for 5 seconds, I'm going to stay on one side, okay, and I'm just trying to complete as many lunges as I can in 5 seconds. It's okay if your back knee doesn't touch the ground on each rep. It's more about your change of direction, your speed, and your intent, okay, and your coordination as well. So each interval we'll do all 5 on one side, then the next one will switch, okay? Then we're back into our kettlebell swings. Just like we said previously, each round starts and finishes with a hike. Each rep is maximum intent. After the second set of 8 rounds of your kettlebell swings, now we're into mountain climbers, push-up position or high plank position. Okay, knees are low, and again, it's max effort for 5 seconds, okay, as fast as you possibly can. Rest 15, repeat for 8 rounds. Then back into kettlebell swings, 16 more opportunities to do the hike at the front and the back end of each interval, and to stay with high level intent with each rep. The final exercise for today's training session is a split stance, fake chest pass. So, we'll be in that same setup we were in for our lunges. Okay, now with our light weight at our chest, somewhere in that 4 to 8 pound range. Both knees bent for 5 seconds. It's just forward and back. Okay, again, moving as fast as you possibly can. The intent matters. It's really one of our top priorities for every exercise in today's metabolic resistance training. You have to move fast. You have to move with intent, okay? Once you finish your 8 rounds of all those exercises, we're moving into our iso hold finishers, last ones of the week. First drill we have is another variation of our iso lateral lunge. So yesterday, we did what's called an overcoming iso lateral lunge, where we're pulling against an immovable object. Today, we're going to do what's called a yielding isometric lateral lunge, where we're trying to resist dropping lower into a position, okay? So, since we've already done this variation, we're now gonna load it a little bit. So I've got a light weight here that I'm gonna hold in the goblet, and for 45 seconds, I'm just gonna sit into my lateral lunge and hold. Okay, focusing on my belly breathing, focusing on my position. Okay, 45 seconds on each leg. Once you're done there, you're laying on your stomach, you're in a prone ISO W. Okay, so laying on your belly, thumbs to the ceiling. We're going to pinch our shoulder blades as we drive our thumbs up. Okay, in this position, your belly button is pulling away from the ground. Okay, if you would like to, you can hold on to a couple pairs of shoes or a couple travel mugs in each hand to add a little bit of load, okay? And then the final movement for this week of training is a side plank, or an ISO side plank clamshell. So we'll have our bottom knee bent. Okay, and from here, we're gonna lift our hips and our top knee, and we're just holding here for 60 seconds. If you would like to, you can put a mini band around your knees to increase the difficulty. Okay, but again, just like with all of our side plank clamshells, the focus is on engaging both sides of your glutes while belly breathing. Once you're done with that, 60 seconds on each side, you're all done for this week of training. Great job.